The first thing that comes to mind when looking at the list of the world's richest women is that their fortune is practically handed over to them. True, the Waltons, Mars, and Heinekens aren't new to the list, but it's not fair to attribute their prosperity only to inheritance. For one thing, we don't treat the world's wealthiest men with the same contempt we do to women. According to a BCG article published in 2020, women control 32% of the world's wealth, with signs that this figure will rise in the coming years. 2, and perhaps the most crucial, inheritance is difficult to maintain if you lack financial competence. The richest women would not be on this list today if it weren't for their bravery and leadership. In today's video, I will spotlight the top 10 richest women in the world and what contributed to their wealth. Before we proceed, kindly subscribe to our channel, like and click the bell icon to be notified of new videos. Let's get started. Number 10, Iris Fontbona, $22.4 billion. Iris was born in 1942 and is the richest person in Chile, the 6th richest in Latin America, and the 91st richest person in the world. She amassed enormous money following the death of her spouse in 2005. She's also well known for her charitable contributions, such as her $3.9 million donation to the annual Chilean telethon, which benefits children with physical limitations. She also gave $5.5 million to a charity event. Furthermore, her son is in charge of the firm she inherited from her husband. However, her judgments concerning the company's future continue to be more important in the eyes of employees. Number 9, Yang Huan, $22.4 billion. Yang has accomplished a lot this year, including earning $2 billion in the first 4 trading days of 2018, being China's richest woman for the 6th year in a row and turning 41. The results are not unexpected, given that she is the vice chairman of the real estate development company Country Garden Holdings and holds 57% of the company's shares. Yang's climb to the top of the richest began in 2007, when her father Yang Guoxiang transferred a 70% ownership in the firm to her name, making her not only one of the company's significant shareholders, but also China's wealthiest individual at the age of 25. The Chinese heiress riches, on the other hand, are not centered on the family's real estate industry. Yang is also the owner of Bright Scholar Education Holdings, the firm in charge of running China's largest foreign K-12 schools. Number 8, Suzanne Klatt, $24.4 billion. The 56-year-old German-born entrepreneur and mother of 3 controls more than 19% of BMW, the world's largest manufacturer of premium automobiles, which also owns the Mini Cooper banner and the Rolls-Royce brand. Suzanne, on the other hand, is merely the second largest shareholder behind her brother, Stefan Quandt, who controls more than 23% of the firm. Suzanne's entrepreneurial success is not dependent on the family's primary company. Her primary emphasis over the years has been Atlanta AG, a pharmaceutical firm founded by her grandfather that she has catapulted to world-class prominence. She is still the chairman and sole proprietor of Atlanta AG, which allegedly produces $2.5 million in sales each year. Number 7, Miriam Adelson, $29.4 billion. Miriam Adelson, the widow of Sheldon Adelson, former CEO and chairman of Las Vegas Sands, is the company's largest shareholder. Casino resorts and convention centers are owned by the company throughout the United States and Asia, including Las Vegas, Singapore, and Macau. Using her skills as a medical practitioner, Sheldon and her late husband founded the Sheldon G. Adelson Research Clinic, which treats people with opioid use disorder. Number 6, Gina Rinehart, $31.3 billion. Gina Rinehart is yet another mining tycoon. Her primary business is the iron ore mining enterprise founded by her father, Lang Hancock. Gina, on the other hand, does not have the traditional heiress narrative, and she does not want to be considered an heiress. She's not one since she did not inherit her father's fortune, only his difficulties. Gina was left with a firm that was on the edge of bankruptcy when her father died in 1992, but which she successfully turned around. Gina is a self-made millionaire who made the most of a bad financial circumstance, according to her and others who know her and her tale. Gina was named the world's richest woman in 2012, 20 years after taking over Hancock Prospecting, but she had to settle for 9th this year. She has no intention to slow down anytime soon as she expands her business and travels the world in her $80 million private plane. Number 5, Jacqueline Badger Mars, $33.7 billion. Jacqueline Badger Mars is the granddaughter of Mars Inc. founder Frank Mars. She presently holds almost 1/3 of the company's stock. She's been with her family's firm for about 20 years, and she served on its board of directors until 2016. Mars is a well-known philanthropist with a great interest in equestrian sports. She's a trustee of the U.S. Equestrian Team Foundation, as well as a member of the National Sporting Library and Fine Art Museum, the Smithsonian Institution, and the American Prairie Reserve. Number 4. Mackenzie Scott, $43.6 billion. Mackenzie Scott was formerly married to Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. As part of the divorce settlement, Scott earned 4% of Bezos' interest in the e-commerce firm. Scott joined the Giving Pledge shortly after her divorce, pledging to contribute half of her money throughout her lifetime. She's recently contributed millions of dollars to non-profit organizations, institutions, and schools in Southern California. Historically, these organizations have catered to the marginalized and underprivileged. Number 3. Julia Koch, $56.9 billion. Julia Flesher Koch, also known as Julia Koch, was born on April 12, 1962. During the 1980s, Julia Flesher Koch traveled to New York from Iowa to work as an assistant to renowned fashion designer Adolfo. Her spouse David Koch she met in 1991 and married in 1996. Her husband died in 2019 while he was the 6th richest person in America, leaving his fortune to his 3 children and his wife. She also inherited a total of 42% of her husband's firm, making her the world's richest woman in 2020, with a net worth of roughly $53 billion. However, she has done a lot of philanthropic work with her husband in the past, the majority of which was providing money to deserving organizations. They've contributed around $10 million to Stanford Children's Hospital and $10 million to Mount Sinai Medical Center. Number 2. Alice Walton, $65.5 billion. Walton was born in Newport, Arkansas on October 7, 1949. She's the youngest child and the only daughter of Walmart founder Sam Walton. She may not be as engaged in the family business as her brothers, Rob and Jim, but that doesn't mean she doesn't make a cent or billions. Alice is a co-manager of Walton Enterprises, one of the family's holding businesses responsible for 50% of Walmart's larger retailer. She started Llama Company in 1988 and served as its president, chairman, and CEO. She also relocated to Texas after her firm was liquidated in 1998. Alice's true interest, however, is art, as seen by her personal collection, which is said to be worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art, which she founded in 2011 in her hometown of Bentonville, Arkansas. And now to the richest woman in the world. Before we reveal that, kindly subscribe to our channel, like this video, and hit the bell icon while you're at it. Now that you have done that, let's reveal who the richest woman in the world currently is. Number 1. Francoise Bettencourt Meyers, $74.1 billion. Francoise was born in Neuilly-sur-Seine, France on July 10, 1953. Despite being raised as a strict Catholic, she's produced a number of books on Jewish-Christian ties and Bible commentaries. Eugene Schuller, the inventor of L'Oreal, was her grandpa. Francoise Bettencourt Meyers, the heiress to the L'Oreal empire, assumed the title after her mother, Liliane Bettencourt, died in 2017. Bettencourt, the granddaughter of L'Oreal's founder, has been a member of the company's board of directors since 1997 and is the chairperson of the family's business. She is also the president of her family's philanthropic organizations, which promotes French advancements in science and arts. Besides owning a 33% stake in L'Oreal, the richest woman in the world is also an accomplished author. So these are the leading ladies in the world who have taken the world by surprise, and there's no stopping them now. And that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you all liked this video. Do let us know in the comment section about your favorite part of the video, and also if you want to see any other videos in the future, you can recommend those topics to us, guys. Thank you so much for watching.